Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. That was a horrible mistake they made, and it's all on them from here on out. Sorry, but no second chances. You don't deserve to give certain people second chances, and they don't deserve to get a second chance from you. Some people are just not the type of people that deserve your presence. Some people you're not supposed to bless everyone with your presence. And with you being on the level that you're on and being aware of the things that you're aware of and the time and effort and energy and all the things you're doing to yourself, for yourself, with yourself, you are a major blessing to those who are around you. And you always were. Your presence is a present. And when people don't treat you as such, they make a horrible mistake. And by doing that, it's no coming back from that. When people show you that they'll treat you outside of how you treat them, they're really letting you know how they think of you. And when people show you how they think of you, all right, when people show you how they think of you, then you can pretty much forecast and see into the future, all right, with your little crystal ball. You can see into the future how things are going to go between you and them. There's nothing different that's going to happen. They're not going to magically wake up and say, I'm going to start treating this person different. They're not going to do that. So what you have to do is just accept it. Accept, 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 accept. Redirect, 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 redirect. Redirect the negative energy back to them. Redirect all the energy that you were putting into you and whatever it is that y'all had or whatever it is that was going on with you and them back to yourself. Because you tend to put a lot of energy in things. You tend to give your all when it comes to the people you deal with. All right. You tend to be there for people 110%. You know, you're there for them in ways that they don't even think of. They don't even notice or realize until it's gone. So that's why they made a big mistake. All right. It's all on them from here on out. You don't have to give people second chances. What you have to do is give yourself a chance. Don't give out second chances. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance to breathe. Get away from all that toxicity. Give yourself a chance to put yourself first for a change. Give yourself a chance to release all that guilt and all that karma. All right. Sometimes when you're around other people, the reason why you feel bad is because they have bad karma on them, attached to them. And it will potentially rub off on you. And you don't want that. You don't need that. So when people make horrible mistakes and they don't know how to treat you, they take you for granted. They be narcissistic to you. They just basically just have a field day with you in a negative way. They just do whatever they want. It's like they're experimenting with you. It's like, how much is this person going to take? And the longer you stay around, they're going to keep dishing it out. The longer you stay around, they're going to see just how long you take it. People who treat you effed up and jacked up, they don't really care about you. They're unconsciously showing you that, but you have to pick up on it. They're doing it in subtle, covert ways, so that way they could continue to beat you up and continue to lift themselves up. They're viewing life behind backwards, booty backwards, butt backwards. All right. They think that they have to pull others down They think that they have to pull others down, and you cannot afford to put yourself around people who are living backwards. Living backwards is being evil. You cannot afford to be around evil people. It wastes your time, it drains your energy, it ruins your life. It wastes time and takes time. Years off your life you'll never get back. Evil people waste time and take time off of your precious life. Life that you're supposed to be out living, life that you're supposed to be out enjoying. You're supposed to be feeling good about yourself and feeling good about the people you know. You're not supposed to dread having to see people that you know. You're not supposed to get anxiety seeing people that you know. You go out by yourself and you see people enjoying themselves, or what seems to be like it. Who knows? They could be faking it. Hopefully it's real, you know. But when you see people out having a good time, you see people out enjoying themselves, and they're not throwing it on too thick. It just looks like they're having some good quality time because everybody's not dysfunctional, and everybody's not corrupt mentally and trying to destroy each other. Um, it makes you really look at life differently, because you're like, wow, there goes some people who know how to treat each other. No, they're not perfect. Yes, they probably get on each other's nerves. All right. Yes, they probably don't like each other every day, but they know how to at least coexist and be able to commingle amongst each other without having to destroy one another and belittle each other. That's not what it is. You know, that's not what I call, that's not my idea of a good time. No, it ain't. All right. And once you get to that point, you just will start spending time alone. You'll start to see that you're better off alone. You'll start to see that you're better off alone. You'll start to see that you're better off alone. You'll start to see you're better off alone. You'll start to see that I don't need that, because it's too taxing. All right, it's too taxing. It's taxing on your spirit. It's taxing on your physical health. It's taxing on your brain. Taxing on your mental health. Stressing you out. You know, destroying you. And they could give a care less, but you have to care more. That's why you have to give yourself a chance. Put yourself first for once. Make it worthwhile for you for once. Do something good for you for once. All right. That was a horrible mistake that they made. Their mask slipped. The words slipped out their mouth. You heard it. All right. When people who you don't think should say certain things, write them down, because of who they are. You could potentially gaslight yourself. They didn't say that. They didn't mean that. No, they said it. They meant it. You saw them. You saw the words come out their mouth. You heard that person say it. They said that and they meant that. And if people aren't willing to change and want to continue to just like verbally harass you and stuff like that, you call it what you want. All right. When people want to continue to stress you out over the things that they say, it's not good for you. All right. It's not good for you. There's no there's no happy medium there. Don't let people Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde you. All right. So, you know, they letting one side out, hiding the other side. They're letting one side out and then hiding that side. You don't necessarily have time for that. All right. Evil takes time and it wastes time. You don't need evil people who are living backwards. And that's what makes them evil. They're living backwards. They're choosing to live backwards. They're choosing to live in a way that is detrimental to you. And you don't want that. All right. That was a horrible thing that they did. No second chances. When people show you who they are, you believe them. You don't second guess yourself. You don't say, "Nah, that's not what they meant." No, when people do things that seem unintentional, it wouldn't have been if they didn't do it. If they didn't mean it, they wouldn't have done it. So nobody does something that's unintentional when it comes to trying to do something that will make you never want to be around them again. When people do things that make you not want to be around them again, you're just picking up on it and finally realizing and waking up to it that this has been happening probably for some time now. and you're just now getting tired of it because they're obviously that's who they are. And people are allowed to be who they are. People are allowed to be who they are. Just like you're allowed to be who you are. You're allowed to not stand for certain things. You're allowed to not take certain things. You're allowed to not be somebody's punching bag. So that was a horrible mistake they made. And they're not going to have access to you like that anymore. People who feel horrible about themselves want to make you feel horrible about yourself by beating you down to the pulp mentally. They want to turn your brain to mush. That's what gaslighting does. It turns your brain to oatmeal. Oatmeal. All right. So when people do horrible things, you do better things to yourself and for yourself. You don't do horrible things back. You don't match evil for evil. You return good for evil. You bless them. You don't stress them. And you put it in your mind that that's not your fault. And you put it in your mind that you can't you can't change people when they change like the weather. People change like the weather. One day they're like this, one day they're like that. But when it's a drastic change, it's like a tornado, it's like a category 5 hurricane, it's no good for you. It's no good for you. It's not good for you. People change like the weather, but they don't just go from a sunny day to a category 5 hurricane, uh uh tear up your whole foundation storm. People don't do that unless it's something that they need to work on or fix. You probably recognize so many things that were wrong with you, but you went to go fix them. So that way, when you go around people, you won't be a problem. You won't be causing people problems. You don't want problems. You want peace. You don't want problems. You want peace. You don't want any drama in your life. You don't want any trauma in your life. You don't want things in your life that just aren't supposed to be there, that don't have to be there. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be upset. But when you constantly have to keep going around people who are trying to influence you to feel that way, it makes it hard. It makes it difficult for you to have to be around people like that because you want better for yourself. And you're allowed better for yourself. You are allowed better for yourself. And if people don't want you to have better for you, if they see you trying to do better and they keep doing bad and doing worse, they made a big mistake thinking that they were going to be able to keep doing you like that, keep dogging you like that. All right, people will say things to your face and gaslight you and act like they didn't just say it, knowing that you heard them say it. You got to move on from them. You got to move on from what they say. You got to let them go, and you got to let what they say go. Because ain't none of it good for you at that point, them or their conversation. Those are the people you send a postcard. That's the person that you break up with. That's the job that you never go back to. That's the neighbor that you no longer speak to. They want to keep saying things to you until you mentally break down. That's what they want. They want a reaction in the form of you constantly being broken down until you have a mental breakdown. And you don't want that for yourself. You want peace. You see yourself relaxing somewhere. You see yourself having a good life. You see yourself being around people who make you laugh and want to come back around them and want to enjoy their company and want to enjoy you as company. Tearing people down and destroying people and like belittling people is not my kind of party. It ain't. It just ain't my kind of party. Ain't my type of hype, baby. You look so good. You look so good. Ain't my type of hype, baby. I might have to revisit that after this video. I think I'm anyway. It ain't my type of hype, baby. It ain't my type of hype. And when folks, when people, when coworkers, when People that you're in a relationship with, friends, all right, people you know, neighbors, want to constantly say things. It's like they're trying to just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And then one day when they get you, they know it. They're like, oh, wow. That's why they walk away like nothing happened, because it's something that keeps building up over time. And it's best to check it, because if you don't check it, you have to respect yourself by checking these people and checking these things. They think that because you're a good person, you're not going to say nothing. Don't be that good of a person to where you don't say nothing. Say something. Say something, baby. Say something, baby. Say something, baby. Oh, oh. Shout out to all the Drake fans. Oh, oh. Say something, baby. You got to say something, baby. Because if not, they'll keep going and they'll keep going and they'll keep going. Evil is synonymous with being like evil is synonymous with the Energizer Bunny. They'll just keep going and going and going. You have to say something and you got to check them on it. Can't tell me that people don't know what they're doing when they're saying things to leave a negative impact on you. They know it, especially when you don't say nothing to leave a negative impact on them. You're not saying anything to leave a negative impact on people, but they're saying things to leave a negative impact on you. It becomes a chore to have to constantly check people just because you want to be around them. When whoever you have to constantly keep checking, that's whoever you're going to constantly keep stressing. And it becomes a job to be around certain people. And you don't want to have to work that hard just to be around certain people. You don't want to have to work that hard on top of being at a specific job. You don't want to have to work that hard after working all day and then coming home to the person you're in a relationship with. And you got to work at home. Relationship is a job. Being with people is a job. Having friends is work. People gotta get along with each other and stuff like that. That takes work. That's an art. It's an art, and it's work to be around certain people. You know. But the thing is, when they do things to make you not want to be around them, it becomes harder. It makes the work harder. It makes the job harder, and it becomes too stressful. Whenever people have a job and it becomes too stressful to where it is detrimental to their health, their peace of mind, their life, they let it go. They don't hate it. They just there's no bad blood. They just let it go. They let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Shout out to Erica Badu. Don't cast no spells over here, girl. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Unless it's a good spell, Unless you wanna bless me with some musical talents, you wanna bless my if you wanna hit me with a spell, hit me with the larynx spell, bless my larynx so I could get my tunes right, so I can get on key, all right. But yeah, shout out to Erica Badu, with her little braids. Beyonce, give her hairstyle back. Um, it is what it is. They made a big mistake. It becomes work when you have to constantly adjust your mood just to be around people. But the thing is, they have to adjust their mood around you because they feel some type of way. They feel some type of way. They feel some type of way around you, and it's not your fault. People feel some type of way around you. That's not your fault. They made a huge mistake though. All right, they have some animosity towards you because you're the chosen one. They have some animosity towards you because you shine bright. They got some animosity towards you because it's something that they see in you they don't see in themselves. They gotta look beneath the surface. Diamonds are beneath the surface. Diamonds are beneath the dirt. The jewels are beneath the dirt. The crystals are beneath the dirt. You may not be a diamond, but you might be amethyst. You may not be a diamond or amethyst, but you might be jade. You might be gold. You might be silver. All right, you might be bronze. They all shine different, but they all shine just the same. All right, don't be mad at somebody else because their shine is different. We all got to catch ourselves and get ourselves in check and make sure that we're not feeling some type of way towards others. We all have to do that. But you don't take that out on someone because they make you feel some type of way. You work on yourself. You check that demon within you. We all got demons, man. Everybody got demons, man. But you have to keep them in check, and you don't let them get the best of you. All right, I can't hit the Maya notes, and I'm not even gonna try it. All right, so think about that '90s song with Young Jigga. You heard? Track Masters. You heard? That's the best I could do. Don't let those demons get the best of you. All right. People who make horrible mistakes and let their demons get the best of them, and they let their demons attack you instead of training them and working on them and defeating them. If they won't defeat their demons for you, then they ain't for you. If they won't put their demons in check for you, they are not for you. If they won't put in that work for them to make y'all friendship work, make y'all be able to work as co-workers, make y'all be able to work as whatever you are with them, neighbors, friends, knowing them. If they won't check their demons to make that work, stop working. You don't see if you can get your shift changed. Go to HR. Worst come to worst, start looking for a job someplace else. Start your own business. All right. There's always, unfortunately, with work, there's always going to be people that you don't want to work with. So if you don't like being around those kinds of people, they're always going to be at jobs. There's always going to be people that you like and people that you don't like. But the thing is, when someone likes someone and when someone doesn't like someone and you don't like them, they don't like you, doesn't mean y'all got to have problems with each other. Doesn't mean they should be creating problems for you. Doesn't mean you should be creating problems for them. That's not supposed to be. All right. So ignore the noise in the background. If you hear it. But what it is this. And if you have to work by yourself, work by yourself. Find someplace else where you could go. Find something that you can do by yourself. This is just some advice. You could take it. You could throw it in the trash. You could crumple it up. Whatever you want to do with it. It's just. Here's my advice. It's just my advice on the situation, on how to deal with toxic folks. All right, they're going to be alive too. They're going to be around too. But when it's people who are close to you, when it's friends, when it's people you know, if it's neighbors, if it's somebody you're in a relationship with, and if they're not willing to make things work by checking their demons and checking themselves, so that way they bring a healthy version of themselves to you. If they're not willing to bring a healthy version of themselves to you, that's going to make you unhealthy. If people aren't willing to bring a healthy version of themselves to you, that's going to make you unhealthy, and you cannot afford to be unhealthy. That there's no amount of health that you're not worth. You're worth feeling as good as you want to feel, and as healthy as you want to be. Of course, it's going to be good days and bad days, but when people intentionally want to make you have a bad day, they just made a horrible mistake. All right, they made a you trying to make me have a bad day on purpose. You just made a horrible mistake. You lost me. My presence will be a present to you no more. I'm out. Deuces. 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 I'm out because you're showing me that I'm not. You're showing me that it's not worth it. If you're not willing to put in the work on yourself, I'm putting in work on me. I'm making sure I'm bringing a healthy version of me to wherever I'm at. If you showing me that you're not trying to do that, I'm not going to allow myself to be stressed out by it. And some people, they like that. Some people, they like their job too much. Some people will go to HR. Some people will stick around. Some people will duke it out. Me personally, not the kid, not your main man Drew Tube, not me. So I'll fill out me another application. I'll go someplace else. I'll find something I can do for myself, by myself. I'm FUBU. For me, or for me, by me. All right, I'm FUBU to the core. For us, by us. Even if it's by us self, by ourself. All right, even if it's by ourself. All right, FUBO. For us, by ourself. FMBO. For me, by ourself. It is what it is. FMBO. For me, by ourself. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yo, they made a horrible mistake because yo, sorry, but no second chances. They done showed you. You done seen it. You seen the demon, and they're not trying to tame that thing. So hey, it is what it is. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Keep working on yourself. Keep working on you. Keep putting yourself first. I'll see you in the next one.